Hey guys, we're finally back, and today we're making Toby's favourite, or his signature dish I should say, Kung Pao chicken.
It's really yum. It's like Chinese chicken stir fry, but it'll like make your mouth numb. It's pretty epic. And it's not that hard. Or it takes ages, but I'm pretty slow. So I'll cut the chicken, he'll get started on the veggies. So I'm just patting the chicken dry once I've drained the juices. And then I'm gonna cut it into like, let me check what size. I think it's like an inch. Nickly.
What?
Breasts.
When you're cutting spring onions,
you don't want the bum
you don't
or
want
the
the top
nose.
or the little fluffy stuff.
Okay guys, pro tip, cutting off the gross bits is easier with a small knife. I just came up with that.
Since Toby is still cutting the chicken, it looks like it'll take ages. I'm gonna make the sauce while he does that. Just the chicken sauce, because
The
it's
marinade.
like, yeah, that bit.
Nick's gonna make the marinade. This is the marinade song.
So now I'm adding 1 tablespoon of Toby. What is this called?
Shaoxing wine.
Now 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce. And now I will add 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And now also 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. There's your marinade, sir.
Thank you.
Now I've made the marinade for the chicken and Toby's still going. I'll start making the sauce for the actual Kung Pao.
The annoying thing when your nails are sliving is that you get raw chicken under them, which isn't amazing, but it's okay. It's worth it to look like the man. Or the woman. Now the chicken's all mixed. You want to give your hands a real good wash and just let that chill out in the fridge while you do everything else. He's gonna mince 1.5 tablespoons of garlic, and I'm gonna mince a tablespoon of ginger.
You kind of want to pre-crush your garlic so it's easy to get the skins off.
Look, guys, it's Slave Boy doing all of the work. Ha 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 ha. Oh, fuck. So you want to get your 2 teaspoons of Szechuan peppercorns and keep them in the dish, and then chuck them in a bunch of hot, flavourless oil, like vegetable oil. And you just want them to go just brown. You definitely don't want them to go black, and it's fine if they're still a bit red. Oh, you get these from Asian supermarkets, by the way, and they're like the star of the dish. These are a must. These and peanuts are like the most important. So these are looking almost done because I've started to get a little bit darker and they're getting fragrant. I'll just give them a second longer. So you want to have a plate handy, and when those are done, chuck them with a paper towel on the bottom and the top to soak up the excess oil, because you just want the tingly goodness. And you shouldn't have to do this step if you've got roasted peanuts. The oil seems pretty hot. And goes 1/2 cup of peanuts.
I am still here. This is still Cook Bros. I just don't care about doing any of this.
If the world was run by Nicholas, it would be bad. And Chris Brocklebank's pro tips for when you're cooking chicken is that you get the oil really hot, you put the chicken in, you shake it, and then you leave it for a bit before you start touching it so it gets like a crisp, and then you occasionally move it, but not that much because you want it to be crispy and not
You
soggy
do need to
and
watch the heat on the chicken though, because you don't want it to burn.
I've burned it so many times, but I can tell you, I've literally made black chicken and I've put the sauce in it and it's tasted amazing. So this...
He's lying.
So we're going to put the first half of our chicken in. Don't worry too much about having it completely cooked, but you do want it completely cooked. But you velvet it, so you cook it and then you take it out and you put it back in the end. That's how you...
To play it
chicken.
safe, probably want it cooked the
Yeah,
first
but
round.
you'll be fine. So this is the most time-consuming part of the process, especially if you do it in 2 batches, but it's really worth it. The chicken's cooked, so we're going to tip it in there and Nick's going to do the next batch. So don't copy his instructions, they'll be wrong. I'm about to start the rice because we're doing our absorption method, and the recipe says it takes about 20 minutes. So I'm going to start that now because the last bit of the recipe doesn't take that long.
Just cook as much rice as you please,
And follow your packet instructions.
looking like the second batch of chicken's cooked, so I'll take the biggest bit, probably this one, cut it in half, make sure it looks cooked. That's most definitely cooked. You can tell when it's cooked because it's white in the middle and it's only clear juices coming out.
And now I'm adding the ginger, the garlic, the capsicum, and the Szechuan peppercorns. Then goes the capsicum, and then a teaspoon of your somewhat powdered Szechuan peppercorns.
Is that good then?
No.
No? I did it wrong.
No.
You told me not to do that.
No, you gotta do it to mix.
You told me not to do that.
I just said to do that.
No, but when I said
I know, but
you said shake it.
Yeah, that's because there wasn't capsicum and shit. So now it's all mixed. We won't touch it.
He butchered the rice. Now the sauce is in, we're going to bring it to the boil while we stir it. And then let it simmer to thicken up, is that right?
Yeah, and once it started thickening, you add back in your chicken. We're going to add the chicken back and stir it through so it gets nice and coated. So now that that's been boiling for a bit and the sauce has gotten a bit thicker and the chicken's evenly coated in it, we're going to chuck in our cucumber. I reckon we use all of it.
Go on.
And
all the
our peanuts. Yeah, all the peanuts. And we're saving the spring onion for garnish.
Right, I think Toby's finished, so we will bring it over and serve it.
Kung Pao chicken is so good, you'll quit vaping. Make it.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching.
See you next time.
See ya.